Murph.
do this. Oh, we're live.
No, it's
Allegedly we're live. It lies.
Yeah, maybe we're live. Hello, folks.
Oh.
So,
In news, I'm back in Facebook jail. Apparently, you cannot state on Facebook that that whoever leaked the SCOTUS draft should be crucified on the National Mall. That's apparently bullying.
yeah.
3 days. I need to find. I think I'd kick open the doors to Facebook jail and yell, "Daddy's home!"
Yeah, but the orange jumpsuit was so cute.
Aren't the Facebook jumpsuits blue?
Anyway, we survived the con.
Oh,
Some people have recovered their hangovers from their hangovers.
woo!
Hello, all. Yeah. Nancy, thanks to you and Gordon for the panel that we did.
A great panel.
Yeah, that panel. For those that weren't in attendance, we had a minor issue with cabling.
We had ToolCon. This is their second year, and there are some the growing pains.
Yeah,
but it is a fantastic little con. It really is, and we headed there with the intention of having fun, and we did. Whew.
Yeah. So anyway, we did a Zoom con panel with Nancy and her husband Gordon.
Yeah, we did.
About cowboy life and what Hollywood got right, what Hollywood got wrong. But the cable that they were supposed to have to connect to the big screen, they couldn't find it. So we had to turn the camera around and point it at the audience so the audience could see what little they could see on the laptop.
Nancy and Gordon, so we couldn't see them.
Yeah. So those that watched the panel saw more than we ever did see. You didn't monopolize it at all.
You didn't
Nancy.
monopolize anything. Usually I'm the one monopolizing stuff.
And as soon as we get a copy of that will go up on North Texas Troublemakers. Because I want to see what the other side of the panel looks like.
Hell yes. Nancy Gordon kept showing stuff. And here I am on the back side of the laptop wanting to see this Buscadero rig and the saddles. It's like, oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, RK was fun. I'm glad y'all came up.
Oh, hell yes. Glad everybody came.
And you got to do your first panel. So, congratulations to you on that.
Unfortunately, I was a little foggy for that panel, but did well.
A little foggy, my ass. The alcohol fumes were rolling off.
Oh, we had the big ass book launch, Babel. I think we had a better booze selection than the convention whiskey tasting did, and I was going along quite happy as a clam at high tide. And I realized that people were being sneaky, so I settled on this little local liqueur called Oil Fire. Liqueur, 28 to 32% alcohol by volume, right? My ass. A great little liqueur. Rita liked it. I thought it was great. I thought it was 28 horsepower, and it turns out later it was 52. Woo.
I, on the other hand, was smart and left. Yeah, some of the booze from the whiskey tasting made it over the party.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Yeah, I think the booze kept wandering down from upstairs.
Yeah.
We were going, Kelly and I, Kelly Grayson, we were going to the whiskey tasting. We walked in and went, oh, hell no. Way too many young folks. And we turned around, we went down to the suite, the Troublemaker suite. And we were sitting there just telling stories. And somebody had a lovely little Armagnac, and we're sipping Armagnac, and we're teaching Kelly how to drink Armagnac. And somebody else came in, Tully, and brought a bottle of Irish. And then somebody else came in, and then somebody else came in. Next thing I know, the room was full of people listening to me and Kelly tell stories and passing around cups.
And that was the last thing you remember.
No, that one I wasn't too bad. It was that was Friday night. Saturday night, the book launch. Oh, bloody hell. Oh,
Yeah, and there was definitely mead. So there is a question. Well, RK, not everybody. I didn't try it, so I don't know.
it does. It does. It tastes like pecan pie made with maple
Yeah.
syrup. And I thought, ooh, it's like Vanderham, which is my favorite liqueur.
Yeah.
It's this lovely little spicy liqueur. And, it couldn't be more than 28 horsepower. We're good. 52 bloody
Yeah.
horsepower. Whew.
Oh joy, oh joy. So panels. There was as we stated, would be in the bar.
Oh, the rolling panel in the bar was great.
Yeah. I don't know for sure if anybody kept track of how long that no shit there I was panel lasted.
Oh God, I bailed. I got yanked off to see David Weber.
Yeah.
Weber. Excuse me, Weber. I keep saying Weber. David Weber halfway through it.
Yeah.
I'm given to understand it kept going for long after I was yanked away.
We did have some fun. We got Dave Weber was there, Dave and Sharon, and no real minders with them this time. So we got to spend 2 hours
being minders.
Yeah. Sitting up in the con suite, just shooting the crap with them.
Shooting the crap, feeding them Subway sandwiches and shooting crap. And
hats off to Dave Cleric for going and getting the food. That was greatly appreciated.
Oh yeah, it was. I needed that. He needs to tell me how much I owe him.
Yeah. The people that really deserve a lot of credit though are Jonna and Courtney. Yeah. For the booth that they put together. And they did a superb job on that. Yeah. And everybody made a little bit of money.
Everybody sold something, which I thought was great.
We definitely need bigger space.
No kidding. I was looking around and, here's our booth and it is floor to ceiling, nut to butt with stuff. I look at the other booths and there's stuff there.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we overrepresented.
Oh, Specs carries oil fire.
Yes, they do. I checked after I posted on Facebook just before I got turfed off to solitary.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the hell it was, and somebody told me and immediately checked Specs, and Specs in Itchy Paw has oil fire.
Yeah. But Tully was gracious enough to bring down some of his classics.
Oh my God.
And high dollar books.
Oh, signed
first editions.
Not only that, but that signed script.
Yeah. Manuscript, yeah.
Yeah. That was a signed Hollywood script. It was Game of Thrones signed script.
Yeah.
I think.
That was a book.
Was it?
Yeah. But it's George R.R. Martin, one of his from 1994 signed scripts. So yeah. One of the new anthologies, Your Honor, I can explain.
No, that was a joke. I was there. I wasn't that drunk. That was a joke.
You thought it was a joke.
That and apparently there's a second anthology titled "What Happened Was."
Yes, Tully hit his private stock. Some definitely good stuff. And Ben Olson and his lady love brought up a few pointy things.
Those two were hearing gremlins because I was not that drunk.
Yeah.
I was not agreeing to anthologies at that point. I might have agreed later on, but not at that point.
And Dee just chimed in and said, in fact, it was 2 of the first 5 ever printed for Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
and Tully's got that?
Yeah.
Holy gods.
Yes. So Ben is recovering slowly. That's good. It's put him a little behind on his knife work because he does have some strength issues with the right arm, but he is in therapy for that. And yeah, you did agree to anthologies while you were declaring you were not drunk.
Damn it.
And I got turfed onto moderating a panel
You poor bastard.
with with David Weber, Sarah Hoyt, and David Carrico. And trying to be a good moderator, I shared with the three of them what the questions were. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
I don't know. I've never moderated a panel before.
And if anybody's ever been to a panel that David Weber's on or that Sarah's on, they can talk and talk and talk. And I made a mistake by letting them know what the damn questions were.
Because they researched, didn't they?
Well, they answered the damn question before I could ask it. I mean, literally at one point, they both took a breath and I went, and the second question that David and Sarah just answered, David, would you like to give your answer to that question?
Oh, and you could tell Sarah Hoyt was really missing cons.
Yeah.
Because she was doing drive-by Portuguese huggings,
Yeah.
left, right, and center.
Well,
I think she hugged me 6 or 7 times.
and she was fighting off allergies,
Yeah.
feather allergies the whole weekend. RK, Sarah did let us get a word in edgewise. As a matter of fact, with her and David, it was Dave Carrico and I are going, you know.
Yeah. God, she was hugging everybody, which is a little odd for Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah was not in her best form, but she was definitely enjoying being there.
I think she had a blast.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't know anybody there didn't have a real good time.
Yeah.
There were some issues, but it's the second year con.
Yeah.
Of course there's issues.
Yeah. But next year we are pushing for an entire writer's track, dedicated writer's track.
I think we were supposed to have one this year, but
Yeah.
we got bumped by gaming.
Yeah. The okay, I'll do that, Richard, later. Yeah, sorry, Jesse.
Next year, it's going to be in a different hotel next year. It'll be at the Renaissance, which is an atrium-style hotel. And I understand there's plotting afoot to take over the open space in the middle, atrium for BarCon. So it's going to be an atrium con. And then there's an open area. So,
yeah, there were phantom panels listed, but not actually scheduled for a space. That was part of the whole issue with gaming coming at the last minute, demanding more space. Yeah, Jesse, Fool's Con may be a casualty of the con schedule next year.
We'll see. That's a year away, and I can't think that far ahead.
Yeah, David, Sarah, John, and Larry on the same panel.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord.
You might as well put 3-hour block and just let them go.
I had said I'll take over a panel too if I'm on it, so I can't throw many stones.
Oh, really?
You
I never would have guessed.
Yeah. Yep.
Not watching you on here at all.
Exactly. Yeah. You catch on quick. Oh.
But all in all, it was a good con. It was, for only being the second year, I think it was well run. They were very responsive if there were issues.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bugger off.
Yeah, there were things that could have been done better. Yeah. Thank you, Courtney. And
again, it's going to be in a different location next year,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard. I was popping up a list of, you need to put, because the riding track room was kind of off. It was, you had to go up a level and around a couple of turns. It was hard to find the Aspen room. So I was redoing, because of me, a couple of squirrels got together. We were redrawing the, and I realized it's not even going to be in this hotel next year. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah. Yeah, Nancy, that's a good point. If we ever do a Zoom panel again, screen share.
Yeah, with all the issues, the con committee had the right attitude, so it was great. It really was.
Yeah.
Rita and I are going next year. We'll go back. It was a great little con. It really was.
One poor gal ended up moderating 10 panels. Ow.
What? Who did she piss off?
Yeah. Oh, okay. KJ something Riley?
No. The issues with we took Task Force Chewini with us and boarded them at a place in Tulsa, and there were issues.
Yeah.
And we didn't get the babies and out of there as fast as we would have liked.
Okay, Brie Lockhart. That's not who I was thinking of. But there is an art to moderating a panel, and that's that you don't come in with your own agenda when you do a panel.
Oh God, no! You've got to be neutral.
Deej, you say she was a good moderator. I would disagree with that. Because she came into the indie panel with an agenda.
I think I was busy moving somebody from one place to another, and I think I missed. I didn't get many panels.
Yeah.
I did not get to sit in on many panels, which was okay.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue. I was having fun. There was Rita and I kept popping in. She found this re-roll.
Yeah.
It's a podcast. They did their first live version. And what they do is they take a scene from a popular movie. In this case, it was the scene from the first Star Wars when they come out of hyperspace into the remains of Alderaan and the whole Death Star sequence.
Yeah.
And they each play a character, and then they roll dice. So when Luke does this, instead of following the script, they roll a dice and redo the script according to the dice results.
Yeah.
And it is hilarious. And Rita was giggling like a fiend. I kept popping in and out to see it.
It's MST 3000 on steroids.
Yeah.
And they do a super job at it. And they were good folks to talk to. Yeah. Yeah, it's Bill, it is a hell of a logistics problem.
I just felt bad that we got to OKC at 7 p.m. And I finally said, because we were trying to get there. It's like, I'm going to have to tell Bill we can't make it because we hit OKC at 7. It's
yeah.
Like, ugh.
Yeah, traffic was a little stupid coming back on
No
Sunday.
kidding.
Anyway, to jump to the
Boing.
Yeah. Left turn, Clyde.
Squirrels.
The issues with the Supreme Court right now.
I'm still in Facebook jail over that one. So
yeah, but what they did, why they did it. This is the first known case of somebody putting out a projected opinion. Because the court, by its nature, oh, that's good, RK.
Oh,
by its nature, is a secretive organization. Everything is supposed to be kept in-house until the judgment is rendered.
And rendered as a united front.
Yes. And in this case, what has happened is Samuel Alito's potential opinion has been put out. And it potentially is going to overturn Roe v. Wade, which will put the requirement back on the states for abortion.
Which is where it should be.
Which is where it should be to start with. And even the one that just died. What's her name?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, Ginsburg. Even she did not like Roe v. Wade.
No, Roe v. Wade is crap. Is a crap example of jurisprudence. It's terrible legal opinion. Really is. Very political.
Yeah, John, I think it's two things. One, they want Roberts to change his opinion. And two, they're doing everything they can to mobilize the base for the November elections.
See, I don't think so. If that's what they're trying to do, they're stupid about it.
Yeah, but they've got the left in a frenzy.
Yeah, and it'll peter out in 2 to 3 months.
But Biden today, in his news conference at Andrews, jumped on it.
Yeah, but
And here again, the president of the United States, you talk about impacting the judicial system. Now here's the president of the United States making comments about it, which he should have kept his damn mouth shut.
He should have, but I think it was solely released as an effort to gin up public outrage so that one or more judges would change their opinions, and or let's face it, Justice Roberts does arm twisting behind the scenes.
Yeah.
To get him to twist the arms of a couple of judges to get them to reverse that decision.
Yeah.
I think that's solely what it was for.
That's a good point too, Deej. They've lost control of Twitter. Yeah.
But everybody's saying that this is to affect the midterm elections. No, it's not.
Yeah.
This opinion, as it sits, would have been released in June or July.
Yeah.
Which is much closer and within the 3-month public lifespan for outrage.
Yeah. That's a good point, Deej. And RK, I think, Biden does not have the ability to keep silent. He's got to say something, even if
it's word salad.
Word salad, yeah. He's the only one that understands it.
He doesn't understand it either.
Bill, that's a good point. They are looking for something to be outraged about.
Oh, yeah.
And the question is now, are they going to try to burn the Supreme Court down?
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Rules no longer apply. Well, the left has Alinsky's Rules for Radicals has become the playbook of the left, in my opinion, along with 1984. It's getting pretty bad when the political cartoonists are even doing George Orwell as a cartoon, going, 1984 was not supposed to be a
Yeah, no. Idiots. They're all idiots.
Yeah.
And it's a small group of loud people. Again, I keep telling folks that it's a small group of loud people who are loud enough to appear bigger than they actually are.
Yeah. It's less than one. What was it I heard in one of the research groups? The majority of the screamers and yellers is less than 0.1% of the population.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it. I can believe it completely.
Yep.
Oh.
Now they aren't even the 1%. They're 0.1%, Cedar. 3 cooters, yeah.
But
yep. Yeah, RK, that's about right. Alinsky and Mein Kampf. There are a few others floating around out there. The meltdown over Twitter, it's ironic that got knocked off the front page by this.
That's okay. I'm still listening to screaming. I got a Twitter account just for this. Listening to screaming of Twitter and enjoying the salty tears.
Yeah.
Salty.
Yeah, they can't have Twitter actually be free speech friendly. The interesting thing is Musk, and I don't know how many people noted it, said he wants to make the algorithms
open.
Oh
yeah, that's one of the big screaming up front coming from CNN.
Well, CNN, but
CNN says if he makes it open, people that lodge complaints, or ding somebody, won't do it anymore out of fear of being revealed.
Well, when the other thing that Musk wants to do is to verify all the people on Twitter.
Fire in the hole. Make it happen.
So you actually have to own up to who you are.
All the sock puppets. Apparently sock puppets have been kicked out left, right, and center.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, they've already lost what, 200,000 accounts?
Sock puppet accounts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly, Deej. Conservative accounts growing by the thousands.
I popped on, and the number of conservatives that were posting just, "Hey, I'm back."
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill states, just perspective, you are much more likely to affect your state or even be able to talk to your state reps than the Fed ones. It was designed to be that way.
Yeah.
It was designed to be that way. Your federal representatives aren't supposed to be worried about what happens at the state level.
Yeah.
They've been getting their noses off of state business for way too long.
Yeah. Well, Koala, you're a cat special.
Piss him off, and in 3 months he'll bid on CNN. In 3 months, what I paid for coffee this morning would probably buy CNN.
Yeah. I forget who it was. Somebody was offering to short Disney at $25 a share this morning. And apparently on the Disney's front, yeah, and I go on Twitter basically to see what Larry says, and that's about it. But in Disneyland, Disney World, the media communications director who was there 3 months is gone.
Oh.
Yeah. Undervalued Starbucks relationship.
Considering I go to the local coffee house instead of Starbucks, that's pushing it a bit. So our next con is LibertyCon next month.
June.
We were discussing that earlier.
Yeah.
Next month. So next one's LibertyCon. And do we have a launch? We don't have any launches at LibertyCon, do we?
No.
Okay.
I can get my ass in gear and get mine finished, but we are working through the edits on, thanks to Deej and RK, working through the edits on the Haunted Library Anthology. So we're going to push that out next month, maybe this month, depending on how things go.
No, I don't need a coffee IV drip. When I go to con, I need a banana bag.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bill. That's a topic that can get a bunch of us spun up. Trust me.
I miss the frothy monkey. They're discussing coffee.
Yeah, I know.
I miss the frothy monkey.
I'm sitting here drinking my water and cussing.
I miss frothy monkey. Does pour over coffee.
Yeah.
Really, and they have some really good coffee. And they used to be, I hope, are still in the Choo Choo, the old LibertyCon venue, which I'm glad we switched venues.
I bet they closed. They did, because the cons were the only thing that was keeping that little place alive.
No kidding.
Yeah, 44 days. Yes.
Oh, 44 days.
And I got to do a trip to Florida at the end of this month for a symposium. That's going to be an interesting 2-day trip.
Flying or driving?
Flying.
Good. I'm noticing that the feed bags are no longer required.
Yeah. Well, I'm making use of all those damn miles I've got. Brennan, the only problem would be getting tickets.
What? For what?
Brennan's talking about making
LibertyCon. Yeah, no. Tickets are done, sold out.
Yeah.
Tickets sell out in less than 30 minutes. When LibertyCon goes online, even with the doubling the number of tickets, they still sold out in 30 minutes.
Yeah, Josh, I know it can be turned into coffee fairly easily, but somebody was late getting here. So I was more concerned about getting this thing set up where we could actually talk to y'all today.
Teeter. Woo! Peter bought 6 barrels that used to hold olive oil from Atwood's, our local ranch and farm supply. They've been wrenched out, and he bought them for like $50 each.
Yeah.
And they're food grade and everything. So on the way home from the gym, I stopped off at Atwood's to throw 6 olive oil barrels in the back of my pickup. And I had them strapped down, I thought. And halfway back, I looked in the back, and one of them was doing the leaf thing. It's like, oh, crap. So I had to stop and restrap everything. It made me a little bit later than I was planning on being.
Yeah, RK, I don't know that we'll do anything for LibertyCon, mainly because we're going to be too damn busy. And
I don't see why we can't.
Huh?
I don't see why we can't.
It's a flat hotel network.
Okay.
I forget you know nothing about internet and any of that shit.
Nope.
Flat network only works when very few people are on it.
Okay.
How many people at LibertyCon are going to be on the internet?
All of them.
Yes. Which is why it takes forever to download a page. Do you think this would actually work? No.
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Cedar. The only way we did anything Thursday was it actually did it on hotspot on my phone, and I was amazed that actually worked.
I didn't commit to squat. Who the hell said I committed to something? Seriously, what? What did I commit to?
Yeah, we'll get with Casey because she'll be at LibertyCon.
Casey doesn't know me from Adams off Ox.
Yeah. Yeah, Cedar. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yes, I do, RK. That was the only reason it worked at up there, because we did not have the correct password to get into the hotel's internet.
Probably wouldn't have done us any good if we had.
Yeah.
Or if y'all had, because we were bouncing through traffic like a pinball.
Yeah.
Folks, I thought the Metro mess was bad. OKC traffic sucks.
Yeah. The other thing that was kind of interesting, talking about Ukraine, Russians being Russians, they looted
Oh, yeah.
the John Deere dealership and drug them all back to Russia, and then found out they all have remote lockouts. Yeah. So nothing be working.
Apparently $5 million worth of farm equipment that got shut off with the click of a mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to move their tanks somehow. Yeah, that's the old farmers with their old European tractors that don't have
the European one lungs.
Yeah.
Chug, 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 chug.
Yeah, Don, it was new. Everything they took was new, including 2 new combines, which are what, $1.5 million a piece.
Well, they're European. Who the hell knows?
Well, they're John Deere, so they might be the smaller ones.
Courtney is not helping. I'm still feeling pretty good. So I had a good con. I've lifted some good solid weight today. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, the next stop is Kubota or Mahindra dealership.
I will say, I have discovered that if I'm hungover, I do not doing a panel, especially moderating panel, doesn't bother me in the least if I'm hungover.
Yeah, because you have no clue what the hell you're doing.
Not a one.
Yeah. You just stand up against the wall with your head down. Occasionally wake up and make a comment.
I gave the full introduction, introduced everybody. I went and got some leave.
Yeah, when the squirrels weren't distracting you.
Oh, God. That's going to be my new introduction.
Courtney, that's been the thing with John Deere for the last 3 years now, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Don, but I think 3 years ago they started the random shutoff or remote shutoff.
Yeah.
If you did anything without their approval, because they don't want anybody to be able to do maintenance on their John Deeres unless you bring it back into the dealership.
Actually, it's also a scary thing because when you have a $2.5 million combine, You really do need to have somebody be able to shut it off. When stealing a $2.5 million combine, selling it for pennies on a dollar, still makes you a shit ton of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chirac, or as we call Chicago, yeah, that's a whole different breed of stupid up there.
I'm not in Chicago. I'm not going to Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah. Right to repair bills are having a hard time because, and that's an excellent point that Byers raises. The right to repair bills are getting fought because the farmers are the ones that want it. All the manufacturers are the ones that don't want it, and they're the ones with the big bucks to throw at the senators and and representatives.
Holy crap, there's fish on your shirt.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Speaking of squirrels,
there's fish on your shirt.
it's a fishing shirt. It's from Colombia. What do you expect?
I just didn't expect fish on your shirt.
Yeah, the if you were at least on the interstate, you could get around them, Cedar. Try catching them on a backcountry farm road as they take up both lanes and both shoulders at 25 miles an hour for hours.
Hours, especially on a farm to market or ranch to market road. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
My trained observer stopped 2 years ago, April. I'm retired from the trained observer stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Don, that's going to be interesting. Don says they won't shut it down because the government says that guys can't farm. They'll say that guys can't farm because they tried to change a broken part, though. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. And, when some of the stuff that I was involved with, where we had quote unquote support from the manufacturer, we required 24/7, 4-hour response. So if 2 o'clock in the morning, sucker broke, they had 4 hours to have a maintenance tech on site. And they showed up. So yeah, that is exactly what is not happening with John Deere, because they want you to bring the equipment into the dealer.
Yeah.
And when you're in the middle of farming, either planting or harvesting, you don't have that option because you need to get stuff either in the ground or out of the ground, or you need to get it cut. Yeah, you're right, Bill. Telling me what I can or can't do with equipment is a good way to get told to screw off.
We need to find a couple of good Hawaiian shirts for Kelly. John has said she's got one for him, but he needs a couple more because if he's going to start coming to cons, he needs to have a proper uniform.
Well, we know an Omar or two.
Oh, and African shorts will get you noticed at a con.
Oh, Don, that's a change. They were not doing field calls before, unless it was a huge operation. Yeah, cheat codes. Yes.
I'm banging around there. I brought my African shorts. I wore long pants to drive up because I didn't want my legs sunburned. And got to the con, switched back to shorts because I wanted to be bloody well comfortable. And that little bit in the body paint gave me a thumbs up twice over my shorts. So, yeah, woo!
Yeah, there were some. She was a pretty good body painter. Yeah, there was one funny one. This lady was doing body paint, face paint, and she had done this girl's face up in basically green with stripes and everything else, kind of like almost like a Klingon, but not with a full forehead. And somebody brought this little baby up to her, and she held out her hands, and the baby kind of looked at her. And, yeah, So she takes the baby, and the baby's leaning back, just going,
What the
what
hell?
am I looking at here? And the baby looks back over at mama, looks back up, looks back at mama, and goes, yeah, run away, run away. Oh,
The SCA thing was fun too. I went out and wandered through the SCA tents. Those folks were having fun.
that one guy was freaking huge.
Yeah, it was.
6'8",
Holy
6'9".
crap. Hate to have to arrest him.
Yeah. And he was pretty good with that damn
Yeah,
sword.
it was. Yeah, it was.
He hit. They had a couple of smallish females out there swinging swords too.
Yeah.
And this one, I would say she's probably 17, 18-year-old
Hey,
girl.
babe.
Full costume, helmet, armor, whole 9 yards, goes up against this 6-foot Dan guy. And she's dinking at him and dinking at him. And he just roundhouse swung at her. And she went, thud, 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 thud. He goes over like, are you okay? I'm sorry. He's helping her up. She's kind of, okay, go over here and sit down for a while.
Yes. I introduced the 2 panels I was on. I introduced myself. I said, inside my head is a bunch of squirrels. They're hyper caffeinated and they're at a rave.
Yeah.
As long as they're all dancing to the same music, we're good. But if one of them loses a glow stick, it all goes to hell. Nobody thought that was funny. They all started nodding.
Yeah.
Which that really, guys?
Yeah, they were definitely going at it in the dueling area. Dave, it was good to see you. I'm glad y'all made it. You made it up anyway. And glad you got home in one piece.
We had the Ducks rank and file. They weren't in a row. They were in rank and file.
Yeah. Kelly and his waxing experience. Yeah.
Kelly had a good time. He got majorly unwound and he needed it.
Yeah. Well, for him, he told me at one point, he said, it's so nice to go to a con and not be recognized.
Yeah. Well, he did get recognized a couple of times.
Yeah.
He had to sign more than a few autographs. It was great.
Yeah. Kelly, for those of you that may not know him, Kelly Grayson is a good friend of ours, longtime friend, is one of the lead paramedic instructors in the United States. And he does a lot of conferences all over the United States.
And he winds up as either guest or guest of honor at EMS conferences. And he's one of my blog children. He started blogging right after I did. He tells his story. He's every bit as good, if not better, a storyteller than I am. And he can when he gets wound up, and the two of us together can be a really good time. The ostrich story, you got to get him a little drunk for the ostrich story.
And lap dances.
And lap dances.
And lap dances. Yes, that was the other guy that was sitting telling stories in the bar with us. Yes.
Yep, that was him.
Yeah.
Yes, he's an ambulance driver. The ambulance driver files. One of my his blog was every bit as popular as mine for a while, if not more popular.
Yes, the ostrich story.
But for that one, you really got to get him lit up because there's a little PTSD behind it.
Kelly has got some stories.
And he's the one. And he said, he wants to be a writer, and he's got the talent for it. He really does. He's published a autobiographical book before. His publisher screwed him on it, but he's published. And then his first ever fiction was in our Malta anthology. And he's really, you're gonna be an author. You need to come to cons, start building a network. And he thoroughly enjoyed that con. He had such a good time.
Dawn says, I still get PTSD flashback from the wax. Well,
he mentioned you, by the way.
Yeah, Dawn, you came in for an honorable mention in that one. Ambulance driver tells his own stories.
And he's good at it. He's as good a storyteller. He comes from a Cajun background, so his style of storytelling is different than mine. Mine's more African tribal, Middle Eastern tribal.
Sarah, the reason he stopped blogging pretty much was all the hate and discontent and the haters out there that were down on him.
in EMS.
Yeah.
Because Kelly is a big fan of, let's take, this is the way we've always done it. It's not good enough for Kelly. He needs to know why. And he will, he'll take a golden held truth in EMS and tear it apart.
Oh yeah.
And he's good at it. He was one of the early folks on why are we giving respirations during CPR.
Yeah.
Well, we've always done it that way. Well, let's take a look. Let's break it down scientifically. And hey, there's no actual good reason to give respirations. So when you announce this, all of the people that teach CPR just dinked him hard.
And then there was a whole backboard thing, and then
And the
there was
backboard thing. And
the sea collars. And that one, I think myself and Lou and Gary all got in on that one. Yeah, he definitely crucifies Chevrolet.
oh yeah. I mean, if there's a good reason for doing it, if there's a good solid foundation, sound foundation for doing something the way we've always done it, Kelly will, he has no issues.
Yeah.
But you need to show him why, what is the benefit to the patient. And if there isn't one, he doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, and he does not take a negative attitude.
Nope.
He just wants to find out the answer and do best practices.
He's patient driven. Poor guy's burning out. He really is. He's catching so much hate and discontent from the rest of the EMS community. It's rough.
And he had to have some surgery that could have ended his career this year.
Yeah. Oh, we told the deer story.
Yeah.
that was combined. Me, Jim, and Kelly all wove that one together. Well, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
But he's really looking into getting starting a retirement career as a writer, much like me, and we're trying to start him off on the best foot.
And Don, we did add that his call is now part of your training scenarios. It was recorded, and they use it for a training tape now.
You'll never believe what these crazy people did.
Yeah.
Kermit, hush.
That was 2010.
Hush. Hush.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, Kelly can definitely have a second career as a writer.
He's actually got 2 anthologies going right now of his own, which I owe him a story for. I got my story in for the first part of it.
Yeah.
I got to get the haunted library one done first. Then I got to get his done.
Yes.
And then Space Cowboys, Space Cowboys I did agree to, according to folks. I still don't think I agreed to, Your Honor, I can explain.
We're going to keep putting anthologies out for friggin'.
As long as they pay us.
And I talked to Sarah about that. And she doesn't understand why anthologies that we're doing are as popular as they are.
I don't understand why they are.
I don't either.
I seriously don't. I do not understand why, but they are. And by God, I will take the money. If people want to buy our anthologies, I will happily take the money.
Yeah.
My little sweetheart has hair sticks to buy.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, the Vicious Circle.
Oh my God.
That was the days.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Rita, she did one that was a classic.
Oh God, yes.
And I won't mention it here, but she did a Vicious Circle reading of something that, and she was honestly upset because there was no feedback. She's reading this, and it was slightly scandalous, and there was no feedback from anybody else on the podcast, and it's because they had muted their mics and were laughing their asses off.
No kidding.
Yeah, they told one. It was Weird Beard. No,
Yeah.
who was it? Somebody said that they thought they were going to pass out. They were laughing so hard.
That was weird.
But I thought that I was the only one laughing. I was laughing so hard I couldn't get through some of the words because it was ridiculous. And
Well, you
anyway,
might have had a drop or two to drink too.
Kermit, monkey knows love. Nothing slightly scandalous about it.
nothing at all. Nothing at all. I reward myself with a few tentative whacks.
Oh,
dear,
Lord
oh,
have
dear.
mercy.
well, what was your perception of the con since you're standing here?
I had a it was hard to get a sense of it because the spaces were so broken up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
You had to walk a long distance to well one would have to walk a long distance to the gaming room. I had no reason to go to the gaming room. But anyway, the way the layout was a little bit a little awkward maybe, and
Yeah.
so it was kind of hard to get a sense of how many people were really there.
Yeah,
And everything, but-
I'm curious about numbers.
It was nice. I thought all the vendors were great. I didn't think I went around and looked at everything. I didn't see a single vendor I thought was shouldn't be there, you know. And but I had a great time. I went to the film reroll where they did
Yeah.
a dramatization. This this reroll group. It's I guess a changing cast of actors, but there are some core cast members, I think. But it was their first live performance, I guess you'd call it.
Mhm.
They usually they'll take a film and they will go through the entire film, and sometimes amassing hundreds of hours of footage or of audio, and then they'll or scores of hours anyway, and then they will edit that down to maybe 6 2-hour segments. And what they'll do is they'll take a movie and they'll start with the first scene, and they'll have cast members who represent each of the characters.
Mhm.
And then they start doing it like a Dungeons and Dragons style with the dungeon master, and then they start breaking down the action, and none of the action happens like in the movie.
Yeah.
So they were doing a scene from, was it Empire Strikes Back?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. They were doing a scene that they're going to be releasing, I guess, a video or audio of it if they can, if the tech gods smile. But anyway, it was absolutely hilarious. It was delightful. So that was great.
Cedar says 200 to 300 attendees.
Okay. Cool.
I would think it would have been a little higher.
I couldn't get a sense. I agree. I couldn't get
I
a sense
hope
of
it
it.
was. And you know, how many of those people came just one day?
Yeah.
So, or how many people came every day? So
The issue one's going to be FinCon because it's going to be it's going to be almost a
1,000.
1,500
Yeah.
Oh,
minimum.
nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot bigger.
Well, considering the number of people that are chiming in just because of Larry,
Good.
Oh yeah,
Good.
because the last time I looked at that comment string, it was over 500.
Awesome.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But every one of us had a really good time.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, we'll get numbers. Yeah,
Yeah,
Larry.
Speaker of Lab Animals is going to be there. He's the
science guest.
guest of honor.
Chuck Gannon,
He's the Toastmaster.
Toastmaster, also scientist.
Yeah, so I saw Larry and Speaker and Chuck. I thought, damn, we're about to have LibertyCon, Texas.
Yeah. Bacon chicken wraps,
What?
and you're
Hello?
not sharing.
Hello. Bacon
Koala.
chicken. Little guac and some ranch on there, and we got a feast.
Yeah. 227 FinCon pre-registers. Is that all? Damn.
Oh, it's early. It's early yet.
Yeah.
We've still got months.
Yeah, you go right ahead, Courtney. Go right ahead with that.
She'll show up in the corset and Chuck will just nod.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is early, but I really hope we get well over 1,000 at FinCon.
I'm hoping north of 1,500. I want folks to realize that inviting Larry is not a death knell for your con.
Yeah.
And folks screaming, the Twitterati screaming bloody blue murder is not a death knell for your con.
Yeah. Yeah. Chuck is funny when you get a chance to sit down and talk to him. And he has, like David, like Sarah, they're very wide ranging interest. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Yeah, he's been a dragon. Corsets are not anything new to him. Yeah.
If we get 1,500 people, there will not be room to walk on it. Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Well, we'll try. We'll be in the bar as usual.
Does the FinCon Hotel have a good bar?
Yeah.
Because we'll
Decent
friggin'
little
ta-
bar.
We'll friggin' take it over.
Not large enough, but
We'll take it over.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we will quite happily take it over.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you're not pointing that drafted as staff at either one of us. That's
Oh, no.
Courtney and Jonna.
If you want drafting staff, I guarantee you'll do it once.
Yeah.
Squirrels.
Or do the Dave Cleric thing. I'll be in the bar if you.
Squirrel. Because remembering, full of squirrels, hyper caffeinated at a rave, lose the glow sticks.
There will be oil fire.
Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
Overhead announcements about spaceship parking. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Thursday, I'm going to be late to the podcast Thursday. There's been an issue at work, and my schedule's temporarily changed. I don't get off of work until 3, so I'll be here after 3.
Yeah.
So
it'll either be me or whoever else bothers to show up. Japanese Scotch. Oh God, I wouldn't. No, Richard.
No. Why? No.
I would not wish Japanese Scotch on anybody.
Well-
I've had that crap. It sucks. Jonna probably won't be back in time.
No, she won't. She's out for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Suntory is cheap shit.
I
Courtney.
started
Good
with
God.
I started with Armagnac
Yeah.
and moved to Australian whiskey and then bourbon, then Scotch. Then I dialed it back with a nice little light liqueur, I thought.
I will admit I'm a Scotch drinker when I drink, which is not often. But I also like good scotches. And that's Deeds, that's why you will not find Suntory in my house. Because that's cheap shit. It's almost in the same class as Mekong out of Thailand.
I don't do Oriental scotches.
Yeah.
I don't do many Oriental liquors, period. Sake sake tastes like lighter fluid to me.
David, I've never liked Nika either. The beers are great.
Give me a gin, bourbon, Scotch, the light little liqueurs. Like I say, Vanderham is my favorite liqueur. Old Fire apparently being a close second.
Gin was mother's milk to her.
Oh yeah, 1,500 people in the elevator bottleneck. Yeah, because that hotel has even less elevators.
What?
Yeah, at FinCon, it's only got 2 elevators.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Should be fun.
Yeah, Josh, the 4-day hangover stuff. That stuff. One shot or the whole damn bottle didn't make any difference. You were going to have a hangover afterwards.
Because it's poison.
Peated Connemara is an acquired taste. Yeah, that's true. Drambuie as the liqueur. It's not bad. Yeah.
Vanderham is a South African liqueur using South African tangerines, I think.
Yeah.
Nargis. That's my benchmark for a good liqueur. Rita loves Saint Germain elderflower liqueur. We do a spritzer with that and a cheap fizzy wine and club soda, and it's a great little light summer drink that
Yeah.
she loves.
Amarula is interesting.
It's delicious.
I haven't had that in a long time. Good God. I hadn't even thought about that. Ah,
Oh,
yeah, David. Well, considering where your significant other is going to be, she can bring some things back. And we've wasted another hour of your time today, folks.
holy crap, we have
Yeah. Yeah.
raspberry lemon. I'm intrigued.
Chemboard, the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. Yeah.
Raspberry lemon liqueur. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, that could be interesting, Sarah. Some Pendleton. Yeah. Anyway.
I wonder if we'll have Sarah Hoyt at FinCon.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Folks, as you can see, we're alive. As far as I know, everybody made it home safe, which is good.
always good.
Ciao.
Arrivederci. Y'all be safe. And like I said, I'm going to be a little late to the podcast on Thursday.
Yeah. So we'll see who else besides me is here. Anyway, remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. And we'll see you later. Bye.
I've got to go to the bathroom. Ooh.